before cathedrals crowned Europe, before crosses stood atop Roman temples, before Christianity became an empire's religion, Lucifer was not a horned demon burning in hell. In the ancient Roman world, Lucifer was a name of light. It meant lightbringer. A poetic title for the planet Venus, the bright morning star that appears just before sunrise, announcing a new day. To the Romans, Lucifer symbolized beauty, hope, and illumination. He was not feared. He was admired. But history took a dark turn. When Christianity began spreading through the Roman Empire, it did not enter a vacuum. It entered a world already filled with gods, symbols, myths, and celestial beings. Rather than erase them all, many were reinterpreted. Some were absorbed, and others were recast as enemies. In Isaiah chapter 14, the prophet delivers a taunt, a poetic mockery, directed at the king of Babylon. How you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn. In the original Hebrew, the phrase is Helel ben Shakar, a metaphor, not a name. But when Roman scholars translated the Bible into Latin, the Vulgate, they chose a familiar word, Lucifer. Over time, early church fathers began reading this not as poetry, but as a cosmic rebellion. They saw Satan's prideful fall reflected there. Slowly, subtly, the meaning shifted. The Roman symbol of light became the Christian symbol of ultimate darkness. The morning star became the devil. Not through a single decree, but through centuries of interpretation, sermons, art, and doctrine. Was this intentional manipulation, a misunderstanding, or strategy? What is clear is this: the devil we imagine today was shaped by empire. And if Lucifer's identity could be transformed so completely, what else was hidden? Welcome to a story where theology meets empire, where light becomes darkness, and history asks a dangerous question. Far away from Rome's busy tourist streets, hidden in a quiet neighborhood called Quartiere Africano, stands an ancient structure most visitors never see. It is a 2nd century Roman tomb, built for a man named Aelius Callistian, a former slave who later gained freedom under Emperor Hadrian. Over the centuries, time and neglect took their toll. The tomb's walls collapsed, and what remained took on a strange shape, like a massive stone chair with wide armrests. Its unnatural form immediately captured the imagination of anyone who saw it. During the Middle Ages, this area lay outside Rome's protection. The countryside became dangerous and lawless. Bandits and outlaws gathered around the ruins at night, lighting fires for warmth. The flames reflected off the stone, causing it to glow in the darkness. Local villagers watching from a distance, the glowing chair looked supernatural. Whispers began to spread. People claimed this was no ordinary ruin. It was the devil's chair, the throne where Satan sat to observe the human world. As fear turned into legend, new stories were added. Some believed alchemists and occultists once visited the site, carving secret Kabbalistic symbols and forbidden words into the stone, using the place for dark rituals and hidden knowledge. Today, the site still exists. It officially bears the name Piazza Elio Callistio, honoring the man it was originally built for. Yet among older residents, the ancient nickname refuses to die. Even now, many locals still quietly call it by its darker name, the Devil's Chair. Step into the Pantheon, one of the greatest architectural wonders of ancient Rome. Built by Emperor Hadrian as a temple dedicated to all gods, it stood as a symbol of pagan worship long before Christianity ruled the empire. Centuries later, the building was converted into a church. According to legend, when Christianity claimed the Pantheon in 609 AD, Pope Boniface IV ordered the building to be purified. The story says he performed a powerful exorcism, cleansing the former pagan temple of dark spiritual forces. As the massive bronze doors were opened, the legend claims 7 demons were driven out at once. They fled in terror, screaming as they escaped into the air. But one spirit, far more powerful than the rest, could not pass through the entrance. This final demon, said to be the greatest of them all, became enraged. Some legends claim it was Satan himself. Trapped and furious, he shot upward and burst through the roof, tearing open the dome and creating the circular opening we now call the oculus. To this day, rain falls freely through the oculus, yet the Pantheon never floods. Some believe hidden drains explain it. Others whisper something deeper, divine protection holding chaos at bay, or a curse left behind when the devil escaped. Another legend emerged centuries later. In the 15th century, a clever magician is said to have summoned and tricked the devil. Enraged, the devil dug a deep moat around the Pantheon, tearing the ground apart before vanishing once again. Now look up, at that perfect circle of light. Is it a window to the heavens, or the scar left behind by something that escaped from below? High above the city of Rome, on the quiet Aventine Hill, stands the ancient Basilica of Santa Sabina. It looks peaceful today, but hidden near its entrance is an object many believe carries a dark and unsettling history. Just inside the basilica, resting on a twisted marble column, lies a smooth black stone made of basalt. It is known as the lapis diaboli, the devil's stone. Its dark color and strange markings have fueled fear and fascination for centuries. According to legend, in the 13th century, Saint Dominic was praying deeply inside the church. Enraged by his devotion, the devil is said to have appeared and thrown this stone with violent force, hoping to break the saint's concentration. The stone missed Saint Dominic. Instead, it struck a nearby tombstone, tearing into the surface and leaving deep claw-like marks. These scratches, the legend says, were made by the devil's hands as the stone shattered in rage. Even today, the stone bears holes, dents, and strange impressions. Believers claim these are the devil's claw prints, frozen in stone as proof of his fury and defeat. Skeptics offer another explanation. They say the stone may simply be an old Roman scale weight, reused centuries later with a story added to it. But in Rome, legends rarely fade. And so the story lives on. Whether artifact or warning, the lapis diaboli remains. A silent reminder that even holy places, according to legend, have been touched by infernal rage. Rome's darker legends are not found only in famous churches or grand monuments. They also live in small stories, passed quietly from one generation to the next, tales that turn ordinary places into sites of fear and mystery. At Piazza del Gesù, a wide and often windy square, folklore tells of a strange meeting. The devil and the spirit of the wind were said to walk together through the streets, until the devil entered the nearby church. He never came back out. Ever since, the wind is said to rage endlessly outside, howling in anger. In the church of Santa Maria della Concezione, a famous painting by Guido Reni shows the archangel Michael crushing the devil beneath his feet. But rumor claims the devil's face is no accident. Some say Reni secretly modeled it after a powerful cardinal he despised, one who later became Pope Innocent X. As Rome became the center of Christianity and the seat of the Vatican, many ancient pagan beliefs did not simply disappear. Instead, they faded into whispers, guarded secrets buried beneath centuries of faith, tradition, and power. Deep within the Vatican lie the Vatican Apostolic Archives, often called the Secret Archives. They are vast, heavily restricted, and largely unseen by the public. Legends claim these archives contain forbidden texts, including the Grand Grimoire, said to hold rituals for summoning dark spiritual forces. Fueling these stories are the words of Father Gabriele Amorth, the Vatican's former chief exorcist. He claimed that evil influences could exist even within holy places, pointing to corruption and scandal as signs of spiritual warfare. During his lifetime, he said he performed tens of thousands of exorcisms. Even popes have spoken in troubling terms. In 1972, Pope Paul VI famously warned that the smoke of Satan had entered the church, words many interpreted as a metaphor for confusion, division, and moral decay rather than a literal presence.